We're here on the Tensor stand at CES 2026. I'm here with Amy, Chief Marketing Officer. Amy's going to tell me all about the car. Lots of hype about it, Amy. Can you tell me a bit more?
Well, this is Tensor, the world's first personal robocar, designed for level 4 autonomy, but also designed to be in your garage as your personal vehicle. One of the things that makes us unique is that not only do we have a level 4 mode, where there is no steering wheel and no pedals, if you notice.
Amazing.
But we also have a dual mode, because when you have a personal vehicle, you may want to drive. So we have the world's first foldable steering wheels. So you can see it hidden under here, right here. The screen goes to the right, and the steering wheel comes out, and the pedals come down when you want to drive the car.
I'm going to put that in B-roll. I think you can get that footage.
Well, and I have video I can send
perfect.
you.
Excellent. And as well as that, then we've got that full sensor suite all the way around the vehicle. So LiDAR, ultrasonic, camera-based.
We have an amazing sensor suite of over 100 sensors on the vehicle, starting with the 5 LiDAR. One of the top is our Halo LiDAR. We have 2 on the side.
Yes.
We have 1 on the front and 1 on the rear, giving 360 no blind spots in the vehicle.
Amazing.
We also have 11 radar. We also have 37 cameras in and outside the car. So this car sees and hears everything, because we also have external speakers.
Oh, wow. Okay. So it's picking it all up.
You can talk it and tell to open the door.
Wow.
It's an AI agentic vehicle. So it's learning, it's reasoning, it has its own proprietary LLM that we developed.
Very cool.
We are fully vertically integrated. So everything in this car, from software to hardware, it's all Tensor.
Very good.
Okay. It also, because it's your personal car, you may not want to share all of that camera and biometric data, right? It has facial recognition technology. All of that data is being collected in the car, but we believe in privacy. So this car is completely private for the owner. So think about it like an iPhone. None of the biometric or personal data gets sent to us.
So it's all stored locally on the vehicle?
It is stored locally. We have an onboard hard drive. One of our sides is a charging port.
Walk around?
Yeah, we can walk around.
It's a beautiful size vehicle. You can see that as much as sensors involved as well, there's an aerodynamic element to it as well, so it needs the range.
Well, what's interesting about that is that the design is AI design. We used AI to design it because the AI had to tell us what the shape of the car needed to be, so the sensors had so all the sensors could work properly. And that's why we truly believe you have to have a purpose-built level 4 car, not a retrofit.
Okay, so you're not taking an existing vehicle, not even any level, and then putting extra sensors on it. This is AI
designed for level 4 autonomy.
Very cool. Okay. We'll take a walk around.
Yeah.
And so you've got your sensors all the way around, your LiDAR.
Safety of pedestrians.
Okay, so it's not just passengers.
No, we have LED that can communicate with the
outside world.
Yes, for pedestrians. Exactly.
And other drivers. Very cool.
We have tons of.
It's a large vehicle.
It is large.
Production-wise, Amy, what are we thinking? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So what is the route to market? What are we thinking?
We're going to production end of this year. Very soon. Yes.
No pressure.
No pressure. I think that important to note, this is not a prototype.
Yes.
This is a fully functioning vehicle. It's an early build. But this car fully functions. I'm seeing
more and more that at CES, the prototype stuff isn't there anymore. People don't want prototypes. It's such a fast moving. Yes.
It's not real.
It's just
this is a real vehicle. Yeah. Obviously, we have the carriage doors. We talked about that. Onboard supercomputing. When you have over 100 sensors, you have an AI agentic vehicle, you need an onboard supercomputer. So we have 8 Nvidia Drive Thor chips for 8,000 TOPS of processing power. So it's really important to us to make sure we're building a car for the future, not for autonomy today.
Because you're going to have over-the-air updates, you're going to have the ability of that vehicle to be getting better over time.
Better and smarter over time, exactly.
At the front of it, we've got some other
we do.
LED displays as well.
So we have, and all these, so when you have a personal vehicle, you have to have all these self-cleaning options, right? It doesn't go to a depot at night.
It's a little wiper.
It's a little wiper for the camera.
Very good.
Yes. And on this side,
First Personal Robocar.
For our camera sensors, these pop out.
Okay, and this squared up.
Yeah, and so,
Very cool. Aerodynamic wheels, again, everything has been designed for efficiency.
These are actually also custom designed tires so that they can run flat at 45 miles an hour for up to an hour.
Oh, wow.
Because the car has to be able to get itself out of trouble.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Amy, thank you so much for your time. Is there anything we haven't covered that you'd like in the video?
I think that's it.
Perfect. The big video on the background again. So.
Oh yeah, sorry. We didn't talk fast enough.
Not at all, not at all. Amy, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And best of luck with the product and going to market.
Great,
Thank you.
Thank you.